December 11th, 2025. The world awakens to a day that will be etched in history. Tension hangs over the West Philippine Sea, where the first light of dawn reveals a brewing crisis. The Philippine Coast Guard's BRP Gabriela Silang stands its ground, facing off against a wall of imposing Chinese ships near Pagasa Island, a tiny outpost now at the center of a global storm. This isn't a drill. This is the new normal in one of the world's most contested and volatile waters, where every maneuver is watched and every decision could tip the balance. The standoff is the result of months of escalating confrontations. Water cannons, blockades, and radio threats have become routine, each incident pushing the limits of patience and restraint. Today, the sheer number of Chinese vessels signals a blockade in all but name, a show of force that leaves little room for doubt about their intentions. On board, Filipino sailors monitor their screens, outnumbered but resolute in defending their territory. Every beep and blip on the radar could mean a new threat, but their resolve does not waver. On Pagasa Island, soldiers and civilians watch anxiously. For them, this is home, not just a headline. Their lives, families, and futures are tied to this contested patch of land and sea. The upgraded runway and new buildings behind them are symbols of defiance and permanence, standing as a message to the world that they are here to stay. Every resident, from military officers to school children, knows the stakes. They live on a flashpoint in a superpower rivalry, where daily life unfolds under the shadow of international tension. In Manila, Washington, and Beijing, leaders scramble to respond. Urgent calls, emergency meetings, and diplomatic cables fly across continents. The standoff is more than a local dispute. It's a test of international law and alliances, a moment that could redefine the rules of engagement in the region. Diplomatic protests fly, but steel hulls speak louder. The language of power is written in the movements of ships and the resolve of their crews. As the sun rises, the world watches, holding its breath. The fate of the region hangs in the balance, every moment charged with uncertainty. The fragile peace in the West Philippine Sea hangs by a thread, threatened by miscalculation or a single spark that could ignite a wider conflict. One wrong move could ignite a conflict with global consequences. The question, what happens next, echoes in every command center and newsroom. The answer will shape the region's future, determining not just who controls these waters, but the fate of peace and stability in Asia. The world is watching Pagasa, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. The West Philippine Sea is a global lifeline. Over a third of the world's shipping, worth trillions, passes through these waters. Oil, goods, and resources flow to and from Asia, Europe, and beyond. Any conflict here would disrupt global trade and spike prices worldwide. For the US and its allies, freedom of navigation is non-negotiable. China's sweeping claims challenge this order, prompting regular patrols by foreign navies. Beneath the waves lie untapped oil and gas, fueling the competition. For the Philippines and Vietnam, these resources mean energy security. For China, they're vital for growth. The sea is also a battleground of law versus power, UNCLOS, and the 2016 arbitral ruling versus China's historic claims. The outcome here will echo far beyond Asia. Once a crumbling outpost battered by the elements and time, Pagasa Island has undergone a remarkable transformation. Today, it stands as a powerful symbol of Philippine resolve and determination in the West Philippine Sea. The construction of a new concrete runway now allows large military planes to land safely, ending years of reliance on risky and unpredictable sea routes for supplies and reinforcements. A modern port shelters Navy and Coast Guard ships, turning Pagasa into a true forward base for defense and humanitarian missions. These upgrades not only deter aggression, but also ensure a rapid response to any threat, reinforcing the island's security. Yet, Pagasa is more than just a military post. It's a growing civilian community where families build their lives. New homes, a multi-purpose hall, and an improved school make life sustainable and hopeful for the families who call Pagasa home. Upgraded internet and infrastructure now connect residents to the mainland, bridging distances and opening new opportunities for education and business. The island has become a vital hub for monitoring the seas, supporting local fishermen, and projecting national authority across the region. Every improvement sends a clear message. The Philippines is here to stay, committed to its people and its territory. Pagasa is both fortress and home, a living, breathing claim to Philippine sovereignty and pride. The ongoing transformation is a physical commitment to defend what is rightfully Filipino, for today and for generations to come. On this frontier, every brick laid and every structure built is a stand for the nation's future. Pagasa is the Philippines' farthest, proudest outpost, a beacon of hope, resilience, and national unity. China's reaction was swift and forceful. Beijing condemned the upgrades, accusing the Philippines of provocation. Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia swarmed the waters, tightening their blockade. Subi Reef, just 14 nautical miles away, bristled with new military activity, jets, ships, and sensors. China's strategy surround and pressure Pagasa, making the Philippine position untenable without firing a shot. The message is clear. Beijing will not tolerate any challenge to its claims. The standoff is now a daily reality. Life on Pagasa begins before dawn, with soldiers on alert, their boots crunching softly on the sand as the first light touches the horizon. Alongside them, civilians quietly start their day. Patrols scan the endless blue for Chinese ships, a constant looming presence that shapes every morning. Soldiers drill for emergencies, always ready to defend at a moment's notice. Children walk to school, laughter echoing in the salty air, while fishermen mend their nets, preparing for another day at sea. Families gather in the community hall, sharing news and stories, strengthening the bonds that hold this small community together. Recent upgrades have brought new comforts, reliable power from solar panels, faster internet, and sturdier shelters to withstand storms. But these improvements also bring new anxieties as the world's attention grows and tensions simmer just offshore. The runway and port now connect Pagasa to the rest of the nation, bringing vital supplies and hope, but also making it a potential target in uncertain times. Residents live with both pride and a quiet, persistent fear, knowing their home is a strategic prize, watched by many eyes from afar. As night falls, vigilance remains high. Families share stories by lantern light, while soldiers keep watch under the stars. Every sunrise is a quiet victory, a testament to their endurance. Every resident, young and old, is a guardian of the flag and the island's future. On Pagasa, even the most ordinary acts, playing, working, gathering, become acts of defiance and hope. Their presence here anchors Philippine sovereignty, a living symbol of national resolve. In this extraordinary place, resilience is not just a word, it's a way of life, shared by all. The island endures, one day at a time, its spirit unbroken by the challenges it faces. Pagasa is the strategic and symbolic heart of the Philippines' West Philippine Sea presence. The upgraded runway and port let the military project power and monitor the region. It's a launchpad for patrols, a safe harbor for fishermen, and a logistics base for the Spratlys. Plans for research and ecotourism aim to make Pagasa more than a military outpost. The civilian community, school, health center, elected officials, proves this is a living town, not just a contested rock. The flag over Pagasa is a statement of national pride and resolve. Recent upgrades show a new, assertive policy. The Philippines will not be pushed out. Pagasa is now a rallying point for unity and patriotism. On the chessboard of the West Philippine Sea, it's the nation's most important piece. China's strategy is island building on an epic scale. Submerged reefs have become militarized fortresses, runways, ports, missiles, and radar. The environmental cost is huge, but Beijing's goal is control. These artificial islands defy international law and the 2016 Hague ruling, which China rejects. The bases let China monitor, deploy, and dominate the region. For the Philippines, these outposts are a constant threat. Pagasa sits in their shadow. China's presence creates permanent pressure and coercion. The balance of power has shifted, and the rules are being rewritten. China has manufactured not just islands, but a new reality in Southeast Asia. The Philippines-China standoff is just one front in a wider regional contest. Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan all face Chinese pressure over overlapping claims. ASEAN struggles for unity, hampered by China's influence and internal divisions. Negotiations for a binding code of conduct drag on, with little progress. The dispute has drawn in global powers. The US affirms its defense commitments, and allies increase their naval presence. Freedom of navigation operations challenge China's claims. Every move sends ripples across the region. The West Philippine Sea is now a stage for 21st century power politics. The stakes sovereignty, law, and the future of the region. Pagasa's transformation is a declaration. The Philippines will not yield its territory or its future. The new runway, port, and thriving community have shifted the nation's defensive posture. This bold stand comes with risk. China's response is forceful, and Pagasa is on the front line. Yet, Filipino resilience endures. The nation rallies, knowing what's at stake is sovereignty itself. The path ahead demands political will, strong alliances, and unity. The world's support matters, but the ultimate responsibility is Filipino. The defense of the West Philippine Sea is a national endeavor. The lights on Pagasa's runway are a beacon of hope and resolve. The Philippines stands firm, determined to defend its rights, its people, and its future.